Hello and welcome to another episode of Rise of Nyarlathotep, where we have weird fae and we just go along with the weird stuff that I'm throwing in here. But before we hop into this good story, let's go around the table and introduce ourselves. My name is Lucas. I will be your GM. My pronouns are he, him. Ian.
Hi, everybody. My name is Ian. My pronouns are he, they. I'll be playing Weary, the artificer tiefling, pronouns they, them. And I recently spent an irresponsible amount of money on Magic the Gathering cards. That's where I'm at today.
Meg.
Hey, what's up? I am Meg. My pronouns are she, they, and I am playing your favorite socially anxious godling druid who keeps giving responsibility against their will.
That's what it means to be an adult.
Laura. None of us are here having a good time. I have things sticking out of my face and I'm scared. So that's where I'm at today.
Jess.
Hi there, I'm Jess. My pronouns are she, her. I will be playing Glyph, the Automata Rogue. Their pronouns are they, them, and they don't know what fairies are and have no idea what's going on. And last session was totally willing to just kill all the fairies, so that's where Glyph still is.
Eve.
Hello, I'm Eve, and I am playing TK37, the Telekinetic Goblin Super Soldier. And yeah, TK found out that she has way more blood in her body than she thought.
It's always a surprising and fun fact.
Mm-hmm.
Jason.
Hey, I'm Jason, and I'll be playing Kratok, the simply superb Plumerian bard. They're both he, him. And Kratok is still flabbergasted at the complete lack of hospitality.
Love everyone's little intro bits. So, just before we start off with all this good stuff, the sound effects and ambience and music are all from Syrinscape. So, check out Syrinscape if you want the good creepy fae music for your bedroom. Like if you're saying, I need to go to bed and I want to hear some weird person cackling at the side of my pillow, great news. Syrinscape is here for you. Also, we are sponsored by Roll20. If you want to play games online, you want to have good times with friends, and you're like, I don't want to leave my house. I barely leave my house just to walk my dog. Then head on over to Roll20 and you can keep that dream. Keep on going and stay inside, but play games with your friends. They have dice, drawn maps, have all sorts of good stuff. All right, last time on Rise of Nyarlathotep, our heroes had entered into the Warped Woods. They were following along with a fae simply known as the Ambassador. The Ambassador led the Randos down a trail for some time into the Warped Woods before Kratok noticed that they were being followed by giants. All hell broke loose after they found out the giants wanted to eat them. There was a skill challenge, lots of running, giants were dying. They found out all inside the giants, worms. And then they found out there's also little people inside there. What's going on? I don't know, but they got tentacles that end in syringes, so we're gonna have fun with that. And so the randos are running through, they go past a safe house, go into a mansion, because that's where Pixie was leading them. They're just following their guide. And this mansion starts draining their blood. Rude. And so they make their way through this mansion, get a lot of blood drained out of them. Glyph takes the Dark Blade, goes full anime, kicks through the door, and they fall into the Fae Court where Laura learns a lot of stuff in a very short period of time and gets a lot of responsibility thrown on them. And then they all get their blood back, but they're still pretty tired. So that is where we are picking up. You are all just kind of sitting up, more or less. Alora, you got to your feet as the Warped Queen had helped you up. And the Warped Queen had just placed their hand on your cheek. And these black veins started forming out a little bit. And as they took their hand away, the veins just receded back to like your jawline. And so, looking around, you see this is a large glade. There is quite a few fae that are just flitting about. You see like those little eyeball pixies. There's the unicorns that have the vines going up their bodies in their empty eye sockets and along their horns. You have these large, lumbering, troll-like creatures hunched over They too have a lot of vines like twisting through them, trees growing out of parts of them. As they look over at you with these glowing yellow eyes, you see that there are little red caps that are running around that honestly look fine. They look like how you'd expect a red cap to look. They got a bloody hat, they got a weird looking face, they got some serrated teeth, and are carrying around a couple knives. And you see a lot of other just fae that look very strange, but the ones that stand out to you is the humanoid ones, the ones that are around 5 to 6 feet tall, are all wearing this veil over their face. Now, their bodies will sometimes be somewhat normal, or sometimes they're more plant-like than anything, but they all have these veils that cover their face completely, including the Warped Queen herself has a veil, and you can't see the face. Even when you were right up to the Melora, you couldn't see a face at all. So you were all just given a lot of information. You're incredibly exhausted. Glyph looks pretty damaged and drained. There's like the odd spark that's like coming off of them as they have sheathed the dark blade. The eye on the dark blade's hilt is still looking around at the different face surrounding you.
Yeah. I'm standing there. Question: when everyone's blood went back into their bodies, did it come out of everyone's clothes?
Some of it.
Okay. So we're still kind of gross. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It might
Let's
not have been
stand
your
here.
blood. Maybe that's what that was.
Yeah. Still pointedly with my hand on the hilt of the sword. I kind of look around at all these creatures, and I look at our party. And again, I'm kind of sparking and shaking a little. I'm going to address the Warped Queen. And I say, Your Grace, your initiation ritual was very taxing for us. Is there somewhere where we could rest?
You all may stay here. This is fine. None of the Fae will cause you harm. My subjects will look after you. The deals you make are your own. But no harm will come to you as long as you remain in the court.
And you see she waves her hand that is like blood and obsidian. And you watch as this ripple goes across one part of the glade. And you see that it transforms. This illusion fades as you see the trees are much bigger than you originally thought they were. They're a lot wider. You see that some are made into homes, others are shops. You see that there are some fae that are literally just walking out of walls or stepping out of circles of mushrooms. And it seems like there's a whole vibrant community here of these strange fairy folk as they're just going about their day.
Where's my dog?
The ambassador can take you to your spider horses and your toad wolf.
What a relief that they're all okay. I was worried your house would have eaten them as well.
No, we try not to harm these animals of the natural order.
I really thought she was going to also call them majestic arachnid steeds.
Just a minute.
That's how much my brain has been poisoned by Billy. Is I really just expected, majestic arachnid steeds. You know.
Oh, yeah. You see that a lot of the Fae who gathered to see the Warp Queen, some of them are starting to disperse. A lot of the pixies are just flying around and flitting off. The Warped Queen is looking back to this pool of black water and turns back to all of you.
Can't hear you. God, just
We're
speak
back to
up.
drooling over the fake queen.
She's so tall. They're so tall.
And unknowable.
Terrifying.
The
Like
veil
a
just
lady.
adds a layer of mystery that like I gotta know.
It's like a Lady Dimitrescu dynamic going on.
Yep. I'm here for it. Like, I need to know their vibe. Like, their aesthetic is just good job.
Her face looks like hamburger.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Burgers are delicious.
Yes, there you
A
are.
real butter face.
It right when I clicked the Warped Queen's voice mod, it just immediately crashed. It's like, no, we need to build the tension.
She's too powerful for this mortal realm.
So the queen turns towards all of you.
It died again.
Why you guys always so happy?
It's a DIY night, Lucas. You gotta do it yourself.
What was
The
that
unknowable super queen.
Sirenscape? What?
Sirenscape said we're not allowed to keep their sting over the queen. Not allowed.
This is our fault.
Yeah, really, we did this if you think about it. That's what happened. I was gonna say we should probably cover for Lucas right now and just like have an RP moment with our characters. Like that would be a cool thing that we could do.
Yeah.
that would be, but also
Yeah.
awkward silence is the best.
It's just
No,
like
Glyph,
it would be nice if we did that.
Cliff kind of does draw close to Alora and turns the volume down on their voice, and they're like, Alora, what is going on? What are these creatures?
I have no idea. And I can't even talk to Lucas right now because his mic's not working. I was like, Lucas, do I know what these are? Okay, cool. They don't seem to be malicious. Nice, Ian.
Sorry.
They did try
Weary,
to steal
hungry.
much of your blood.
They did, but I think it was kind of like a weird, like, prove your worth challenge kind of thing. Like, if we really wanted this bad enough, you know, we would have found a way to make it through. And because of you, we did. So, thanks.
Oh, it was nothing. It wasn't a big deal. It's just organics can only lose up to a third of their blood before going unconscious. I was growing concerned.
Well, yeah, but you also still, like, you put on that armor at a really great cost, and you looked a little, like, kind of worn. Yeah, like, kind of, like, twitching. You also look a little worn. Since we're probably gonna stay here for a little bit to kind of recover, I guess, right, guys? Is that what we want to do, or do we want to just like
I've
leave and
got a
recover
bunch of-
outside of here?
I have some questions I would like to ask some of the Fae present here, but I mean it's up to you.
Like to get this blood out of like my grooves.
Think of your exhaustion at about like you stayed up all night and it's the next day kind of thing. Like you could still move, you can still do things. It's just you're kind of dragging a bit.
Have we hit that overtired high?
You're in it right now, thanks to the Warped Queen. And I will try to hit that voice one more time. Otherwise, I'm just doing my own voice.
I was gonna say you should not have said that because that's where Weary lives. It's like, oh, you didn't sleep. I biologically no longer want to.
All right, so take 3. The Warped Queen turns towards all of you and says,
Nope.
Oh my god.
Fooey. That's what we get for. That's what we get for thirsting.
PK just like leans over to Kratox, like, why does the Warp Queen keep turning towards us and opening her mouth and then turning away?
I'm deeply terrified.
Maybe it's like some sort of ancient language we're not familiar with. You know, they just move the mouth and you just know what they say. I don't know.
Oh, so far I've understood like half the languages we've encountered.
all right, I'm just doing my voice. You hear that? So voice mod, fix your shit. But meanwhile, the warped queen, she turns towards all of you.
I'm so proud of her.
And she's pissed.
Here we go. Here we go. What's happening again?
Fuck. That's what she says. She just looks at all of you and says, fuck.
Oh, man.
No.
She sounds exactly like you do right now. It's
Yeah.
just like, oh, damn it.
She
What is
drops
going
the
on with my
whole
voice
act.
changer?
She just immediately acts like, rural Manitoba. She's like, all right, well, fuck, there's some fucking giants in this goddamn forest. I need you to fucking figure it out.
That was her secret all along. She was Canadian.
Yeah. So,
So mystical and design.
The mystical land of Canada.
Welcome.
so she turns to all of you. She says, the giant kin are still lurking within the forest, not far from the entrances into the Feywild. Wait the night here. I will see you all when you awake, and I will give you more information about their settlement and answer any questions you may have. And with that, she steps away and turns around and starts walking back to the pool. And it just looks like as she's stepping into it, there's almost like stairs that are taking her down, and she just steps and walks into the pool until she's gone. And once that happens, most of the Fae disperse, and there is just the ambassador that is remaining. God, I hope that voice works.
While this is happening and Weary has realized that it is the perfect time, it is too tired to function but still can function time, Weary finds a nice isolated little corner and finally puts together the immortality juice. I have all the ingredients. What do I need to roll to finish it off?
Some damage first.
What?
Roll
Wait.
me a medicine check.
How exhausted am I mechanically?
Like you don't have any levels of exhaustion, you're just wiped.
Okay, cool.
But you are essentially, you need to remove the skin that has the writing on it.
Oh, I forgot that you did that. I mean, I did that. I forgot I did that.
Could have just found a good old-fashioned tongue, but you found a crafty way around it.
PK could just rip it off like a band-aid.
Oh man, let's featuring my newest dice from the little box of magic cards that I got. Let's see how this baby rolls. That's a 16. That's not bad.
That's a
The
countdown
spin down.
dice. That is not a legal D&D
Oh,
dice.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
what are we
I'm
doing
sorry I
here?
used a spin down. Let me grab the one I got from my D&D box set that is an actual D20. That is a nat 20 actually. So would you look
there
at that?
you go. See, I'm saving you some problems.
All right, so you're all not sure if Weary's still being affected by the house, because Weary kind of just steps away from all of you and like takes out this knife and just starts carving their arm.
Doing there, bud.
Science.
Weary, what in the fuck are you doing?
It's attached to me. I need it taken off so that I can make the immortality juice.
Yeah, it's your skin. Of course it's attached to you.
I'm really tired. I'm not using like direct language that I would use to explain the situation. Remember the vampire person that kept me in their basement? And this is out loud, so I guess if the Fae want to hear it, fuck it.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
this
there's
just
a few.
fallout from that?
What?
Is this fallout from that?
What do you mean fallout from
give
that?
in to your vampire urges.
No, I'm not a vampire. I want to. It's completely different.
Oh, you just want to be a vampire.
Well, no, I want to be a better vampire. I want to be like a vampire, but without the downsides.
Your blood was just put back into your body.
Yeah, that's why I figured it's a little fresh. I could just go ahead and do this now.
This little red cap comes walking by, and a red cap's like, they're about the size of a halfling. They have these red hats, normally because they dip them in the blood of people they murder and eat. And they have like this very pointy face, pointy gray nose, and like these yellow eyes and these serrated teeth. As they come walking up, and they're just staring at you because you rolled a natural 20. You're doing this with a lot of precision. There's one. Yeah, that's some pretty good work right there. I really like that. Yeah.
Thank you. See, some people appreciate my idiosyncrasies. That's
Not enough people really appreciate flaying. You know, I myself, I'm a connoisseur. You know.
Oh, have you considered a trade as a barber surgeon?
No. Do you want me to take your skin off?
No, I was thinking you could cut people's hair, and if they had something to remove, you could probably help them with that.
And then I'd kill them.
Well, you would trade it for favors. I assume you work on favors. Is that a thing you do?
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
I do that too.
You'd be like, I'll cut your hair, and then I won't flay you alive, and then you can cut their hair however they want, or however you want, because you're not flaying them.
So I trap them.
Yeah, you can trap them, and then cut their hair however you want.
And if they don't want their hair cut, I kill them. I like it.
Yeah, you can eventually, you can change up your business model eventually. Not that I really care for businesses in general, but this seems like a fun hobby for you.
You see there's a little pixie, this like eyeball that's like blinking and looking around. And of course the mouth is in the pupil of the eyeball. It's where the pixie talks out of. Going,
you want to set up a pretty good business together?
I think we can do this. Kidnap some people, kidnap some townsfolk, and the ones that don't want a haircut, we'll just kill them and we can flay them.
And they're walking away together, very excited about this new business venture Weary had come up with.
I'm going to preempt the judgment of Glyph, and in that I feel it. Like, I feel the judgment of Glyph on the back of my head. And I just turned around to no one in particular, and I was like, they were going to flay people anyway.
Laura, Weary's bleeding again.
Fine.
I'm coming, and I just reach into the robes and
Do I take it off before I get healed?
Yeah, you got a natural 20, so I'll say it's painful work, and you take about 5 points of damage because you're.
Yeah, I take a piece of cloth, I put it in my mouth while I'm doing it, so I stop being pithy, and I actually start doing the work.
And the ambassador's just looking between all of you while this is happening.
Just wrap the skin around your finger and just yank it real quick. Just real quick.
Yeah, like a band-aid.
Yeah.
I mean, like a hangnail? I don't know. Is there fantasy band-aids?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll take it. Yeah, like a band-aid.
Yes, I declare it canon.
All right, cool. I didn't know we could do that. We were allowed to.
Screw the DM. We are canon.
Now we get to make it canon.
We make the rules.
Cows walk on 4 legs now.
Too late.
Trichosaurus is real.
I think we did say Trichosaurus was real.
Yes, I know.
Trichosaurus Rex is real.
You didn't stop me from declaring that canon, so Trichosaurus
I didn't realize we had so
canon.
much power. But yeah, I take it off and I hold out my arm. And there's very clearly tears. And I hold out my arm for Laura.
Yeah, I go and let me roll this real quick.
Still a little
That's
guilty
what
about
capture, not D&D Beyond.
the monster summoning, but we'll cross that bridge later.
I got plans for that.
They already ripped skin off their arm. I get hit by a giant and I don't get healed.
Here's a question logistically. If I have the robes with the never ending dirt.
Mm-hmm.
My never ending jars of dirt for potions. Is the healing amount consistently the same, or is...
Yeah, so it'll be the same amount of dice roll. So with that, it's basically let's say you had a cure wounds level 2 that you used with that jar. So if you put that jar, that empty jar, back in your pocket and left it overnight, it would be a cure wounds level 2 the next day.
Okay, cool.
So it'll basically always match whatever was previously in the jar, as long as it's healing properties.
Okay, cool. So 4 plus 8 is math.
12.
12 plus 1, so 13.
Ooh,
because I did have a jar of cure wounds at first level in there, so that's what that will be.
so that's very good.
Yeah.
Okay, and I take off the piece of cloth. All right, done. And I gingerly place the removed skin. Hate that I had to say that. I gingerly place it within a small container, and I get to work on building my paradise alchemy juice.
Would you like me to bring you to some lodgings?
Oh, right. We're still out in the open. I can't give out too many fake business ideas. Let's go there.
Yes, please.
The ambassador turns around and they start moving forward. And once more, it looks like they're gliding. But when you look down at like some of the dirt that they pass over, there's tons of little scuttle marks. You follow along this Fey, and you're passing by what looks to be establishments. You see, like, there's blacksmiths here, but none of them use iron. Instead, they use bronze or like iron wood. You see that there are a lot of people like weaving, like these. It looks like these incredibly beautiful cloths and tapestries, and they're using this magic to move it around. And you can see that there are some that are. It's almost like it looks like a bit of a hospital tent, like a triage tent that's been set up. And you see that there are some Fae there that are quite heavily injured. You see there is other places, like there's gatherings. There looks to be something of a mead hall that's set up where a lot of Fae are going in there.
PK turns and starts walking.
Same.
Here we go again.
So those two kind of veer off towards the mead hall.
Cliff is like, no. Friends, you were both very injured. You just lost a lot of blood. We should go to our lodgings first. Alora has a lot of dirt.
My understanding, this is a pretty good way to replenish blood.
Yeah, we gotta get our vitamins and minerals.
I'm not sure if that's how that works.
It's an organic thing.
Yeah, I'm like a weird mutant. You don't know me.
So those two are just walking off. The ambassador is not stopping.
Suppose we'll have to fetch them when they're done.
Probably just find them passed out outside.
That might be convenient.
Yeah, we'll go with the ambassador. Three of us.
So the three of you are walking along with the ambassador. You're passing by a lot more, like it looks like somewhat residential. And you get to this one tree that it's twisted up in this spiral, like a screw. And the door itself opens in like sections as it's coming open. And you see that outside this place, there's the wagon, there are the spider horses. They look very well taken care of. And as the door opens up, you see just kind of shyly, Bubbles is kind of just sort of walking out, looking around, not entirely sure what's going on. And the ambassador turns to the three of you and for a second, like kind of looks around. It doesn't have any eyes, it's just a mouth with a lot of teeth. And it turns towards you, Alora.
Is there anything you'll be requiring tonight? Food, perhaps?
Yes, please. Some food would be wonderful.
Very well.
And they just start like moving backwards and then moving to the side and just slowly scuttle off. The inside of this place, it looks very well lavished. Like it's really nice. As you're looking inside here, there is like a number of beds that are set up. A lot of the furniture looks like it's almost grown out of the floor. And then they put like additional things on top of it. Like they put a mattress on each of the bed frames there. And you see like there are these little magic lights that are sort of glimmering. And there is a spot, Weary, you can pick up on this right away because you understand how it is with a lot of magical creations. There's a spot where like you put your hand and you can kind of like dim the light or make the light brighter for when you need to sleep. And you see there are like basins of water that are set out. There are some like pitchers, glasses, just a lot of stuff that you might need.
This is very nice. And it's not trying to suck my blood out of my body.
Glyph sits, and I assume there's chairs. Glyph sits very heavily and puts the dark blade on basically a coffee table.
All right. So, how are we doing this? How are we assassinating the Fey Queen?
I'm sorry, what?
What? Did I get that wrong?
Very wrong.
No, I mean, where are you at right now, Darkblade? Like, what are your plans today?
All right. So we came through the stupid house, and we dealt with some nerds, and then there was the queen.
Okay.
And then we were gonna fight her, but everyone was kind of tired, so you're gonna take a nap, and then we're gonna fight her. That's where I was at. Did I read that whole conversation wrong?
You're close. We're fighting something. It's not the queen that I know of.
We're fighting for her.
Yeah.
All right, well, it seems like there is a fight at the very least.
Yeah, you got that part right.
Oh, yes. The settlement is being harassed by giants.
Giants. It's been a long time since I saw giants. They're always there, lurking, walking, jumping.
I put a pillow
hurtling.
over like the handle of the dark blade.
Hear this muffling as they're still going.
I think my new plan for Darkblade is going to be I'm going to let him do something a little bit at first. And then I'm going to immediately follow up by making him quiet again. So that's a good way to start off, Glyph. Let him engage, and then, okay, time to take a nap.
Try to train this artifact.
We have to.
So, back at the mead hall, we have these two brave adventurers waltzing on in. You open up those doors, and there is a lot of, I won't say friendly faces, but non-violent faces. The faces look frightening, as a lot of these people are drinking. You see there is a couple more of those red caps that you saw before. There's another one of those lumbering troll-like creatures as it sort of like it picks up this barrel that is filled with this red liquid as it's pouring it down and it's spilling onto the floor. Pixies are zipping by. You see little brownies are like running around underneath the tables as they're trying to find better places to sit. You see that there is an ent, and it looks like completely twisted and contorted, much like the trees that you saw before. As it's sitting there, its face is sort of placed all over its body. And you see behind the bar, there's another one of those people with the veils over their face.
Yeah, TK's gonna sidle up to the bar and get out her melted money wad and slap it down and say, "Yeah, give me like the weirdest thing that you got that ain't gonna kill me."
So the only requirement is you don't die.
Did you die?
Well, like, I want to have a good time.
Okay. For sure. And they reach for this one bottle, and you see there's like golden like lights that are sort of like bouncing around inside it, and there's this very light yellow liquid as they're pouring it into this glass, and they glance towards you, Kratok.
Yeah, so Kratok just kind of waltzes up after, a few seconds. He's a little slower because he's kind of taking in the whole hall. And he asks, what's the red one?
The red drink?
Yeah.
You could have some.
Like, can you tell me what's in it or like what it's called?
Blood.
I need that, actually. So Kratok
We have lots.
Kurtok just slaps down with some gold on the table.
Like some of our blood.
So they look at your mounds of melted gold and they look over the two of you. It's hard to tell that they're looking or like what their expression is because of the veil. And they're sort of, they tap at the mound. Okay.
I got a
Mortals.
hammer. I can like smack off a hunk of that.
You are guests of the Warped Queen. Hold on to your money.
In that case, can I have two?
So they pour these drinks. Kurtok, you get these two wooden tankards with this red liquid just moving around in it. And TK, you get these two tankards with this yellow liquid. And the little lights, they never bounce outside of the liquid. They're always just bouncing below the water level. And you two find a seat. These tables are very long. This hall very much is not following along with reality. It's a lot larger inside. There are a lot of Fae in here. There's definitely at least 100 bodies. And you're sitting at this table. A few people kind of like move over a bit for you as they're looking at you very curiously. TK, you take a sip of this drink, somewhat tentatively at first, and then a little bit of
Give
bucket.
it a little swirl, a little sniff.
Yeah, and it tastes great. And the flavor can only be described as happy. TK, for the next 4 hours, you're happy. You're very happy. All the colors are brighter here. Everyone is smiling at you, and they're all equally having a good time with you. And this drink is great. And Kurtok, it frightens you for a second as TK turns around with this massive grin. And go ahead.
Take it. It must be a really good drink. I've never seen you like that before.
This is amazing. You gotta have a sip. Try here. You have this cup. Like, it is great.
Kurtok slides one tankard over and says, "Okay, I'll trade you one of these."
Pairing is wonderful.
And Kurtok tries some of the happy whatever it is.
Yeah, the same thing happens to you. The whole area lights up. Brilliant, beautiful colors. You smile as much as a bird can. Your feathers kind of puff up a little bit. You're in such a good mood. You're not even that tired anymore. You're just looking around with TK like, fuck yeah.
Wow, they really know how to live around here.
That this non-Euclidean geometry is so beautiful.
You know, I really agree. It's a great place to be. Everyone else should have come here too.
TK just like throws her arm around her red caps, just like, isn't this great?
Yeah, I guess so. What are you?
She's
What are you doing?
appreciating you, friend.
But they're smiling. When you look at them, to you, they have a giant grin on their face. But everyone else actually sees it for what it is, and this red cap is so uncomfortable because they've never been hugged in their life. So they're like,
Stop appreciating me.
TK gets really in their face. It's like, my friend, you are good. You keep doing you. You never apologize for being you, because you are wonderful.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You seem like a good person too. I felt bad. But I don't anymore. I was kind of feeling. I felt like I went a little overboard before, but you know what? You're right. Nothing wrong.
TK just grabs her shoulders like, never feel bad.
Never feel
Or be
bad.
you.
yeah. This murderous Fae is just, they are now smiling. They're happy. Someone validated all of their murderous choices. You both take a swig of the blood, and it is just blood. So you spit it out because your body won't let you drink
TK
it.
feels good.
You do. You're fine with spitting it out. It's just like, well, that's what happened. But like you drink it down and your body's like, no. And you just bring it back up. Some people are laughing as they're watching. Both of you have just blood like coming down from your faces.
TK points at Kurtok's like, yeah, all covered in blood.
I don't really know what I expected. I didn't think this would just be blood. I thought, maybe they'd ferment something with it or, something, but apparently not.
Now, to be fair, the bartender did just say that it was just blood.
And you know what? That's the great thing about this place. They tell the truth.
They tell the truth about everything.
I guess I'll just have to head back to the bar and get some more of the other one.
Yes. More of this. This is good. We are friends.
And Kurtok just heads over to get more of the happy drink.
So the two of you continue to drink just pure, delicious, wonderful unicorn soul. And you go back to enjoying life because this is what it's all about. And we go back to the three of you. You're in this it's not an Airbnb. Let's not call it a Fey Airbnb, but it kind of is. You are staying in this very nice room. You feel very relaxed. You can hear the sounds of wildlife outside with a few of the open windows. Even though the windows are open, no annoying insects are coming in to bother you. Though, Glyph, that's never been an issue. And so you're all just kind of relaxing and lounging, and you can see that there is a little pixie that's like kind of like poking its eyeball and just like looking in at all of you.
Glyph spots that and is like washing their clothes in one of the basins, and without even turning, they're like, "Can we help you?"
Oh, maybe I can help you.
How so?
Well, I saw that you are burdened, dear mechanical friend.
Burdened is an understatement.
Oh, we're in understanding. Do you, perchance, wish to get rid of your burden? A soul is a heavy burden to bear, and it might be better if I can help relieve it for you. I could even grant you something better.
Allura's gonna like backhand him out the window.
Glyph had the like water hose of the basin and was about to spray him.
Okay, good. I had turned around at the last part, and I heard you complain about sometimes the horrible existence, and I was like, oh no, I hope this isn't like checking any boxes. But it looks like you all made the right decision, so that's good.
Oh, yes. I feel like my consciousness or soul, or the bug giving me sentience, is now integral to who I am.
Oh, nice.
And without it, I would probably return to being a mindless assassin.
Oh yeah, let's not do that.
Let's not.
Yeah.
I walk back over to the basin and I'm like, I turn towards Weary and I'm like, would you mind averting your eyes for a minute? I need to wash this mess.
Oh, right. Sorry. And
It's
Weary
okay, thank you.
turns into science mode basically and just sits down with a big like tarp out and starts putting together the immortality juice.
So I start like cleaning stuff, and while I'm cleaning, I look at Glyph and I'm like, is having this sentience really a burden for you?
Glyph was scrubbing. Glyph politely turned their eyes off when you asked, but they were still scrubbing their clothes, and they kind of stopped. Mine works. I cannot say that I have enjoyed much of my time being awake, but I think it is better this way. It's better for me to be awake and have emotions and make my own decisions rather than be what I was. And if I have to feel what I'm feeling, then that is part of it.
I like this version of you anyway. After seeing what happened with Darkblade, I don't think I want to see that side of you again. Plus, the you with the mask was terrifying. And I don't want to have to kill you. Again. Well, try to kill you.
I think I killed you, technically.
A little.
Just a little.
But I like this version of you. Whatever software version this is, keep this one. Keep the backup for this one.
Thank you. I'm working on liking this one too.
And while this is happening, there's a really uncomfortable, like, squishing sound of Weary crushing a heart, mixing it with water, and mixing skin.
Oh yeah, it's your classic ASMR, like bits. It's what everybody loves about ASMR. It's the fun sounds,
If anything, what bothers you more is that you're used to it.
Yeah. There's something quite off-putting about the fact that, that just made the worst noise in the world.
Here we squish the heart. Oh, those valves they're loud.
Oh yeah, that's not a great noise.
Did Weary actually? Did you ever tell us what you were doing?
No.
Just yelled about a vampire and being trapped in a basement.
Yeah, there was a little bit of yelling about being a vampire, but that's about it. The usual.
You told us you needed ingredients. You didn't tell us. You said it was a life extension formula. I think that's all you said.
Yes. But there are some quirks I am trying to work out. Such as the going crazy part.
Love it. Glyph, I do have one other question, just because I don't know how automata works. Or at least, how you work. I know you had said that there was a different version of you, and that's the one that takes over when you get bad. Is
cleaning faster.
Yeah. Starts creating faster holes from just angrily rubbing in the clothing. Is there a way you could create another backup of this version of you, and that would override the bad guy in your bits?
It's not that they are bad, and like I said, they're not doing anything. It's they don't take over. And when they appeared, it was kind of inadvertent. I'm not sure how that happened, so I'm not sure if I could duplicate myself as I am. As I said, I was very damaged when that happened, and also using your moon dirt, so it may have been a couple of factors causing that.
I run over to my bag and start shuffling. I should still have some. I don't know. Do I still have that? It technically was on me when we got blown up.
We'll say you have some.
Okay. Well, what if we used what little I have left? Do you think it would do the same thing? Or would it create a backup bad guy 2.0 or?
And Glyph kind of back in their voice. Oh, Alora, I don't want to use the rest of your moon dirt.
Well, it seems to screw up everybody. But I feel like you're the easiest to save.
Thank you.
If yes, well, I mean, you don't have to worry about like the contingencies of squishy bits. And I just kind of like gesture to like me and Weary. And
Yeah, I'm holding my skin bit. It's being ground into the potion right now.
and programming seems to be well, I don't really understand all of it, but it seems to be a little bit easier. And I mean, we are in a great big world of Magitech and stuff, and someone could probably help you if things start going wrong. I mean, TK seems to keep figuring out that she knows more than she thinks she does, and Kratok is Kratok. So I'm sure between the two of them, we and maybe me and Weary, because Weary has Pesca and did some really cool stuff with. What the hell is your robot's fish's pronouns?
None. It's not alive. There's a demon fish inside of it. It doesn't really. You could just say Pesca.
Okay, well,
And like whatever you would call a Roomba, like whatever pronouns.
Look,
you
my
would use for
Roomba's
a
name was
Roomba.
Kevin, and he was a
Okay.
very good boy.
So yeah, you
So-
can give Pesca he him pronouns like he's a Roomba.
Okay. And like Weary created Pesca and Pesca's tech. So Weary, I mean, I think between the four of us, we could maybe keep you together. I mean, that's if you want. I'm wondering if there's a way to maybe make it a little easier for you.
I like to imagine in all this, you were just like gesticulating and getting like closer. Glyph was just.
I'm like
Kind of.
pacing and getting closer.
Yeah. Oh, Alora, I greatly appreciate your concern, and with everyone's knowledge, it is possible I could make a backup of my true self. But as I said, I don't know how, and I'm not sure what would happen.
Okay.
And as of now, I'm fine.
Why do you keep twitching?
Wires.
Did you just bits?
Oh,
I heard you bits.
Glyph is bits, we are buzzed.
I am at 10% power,
Oh.
Well,
so I
here,
probably should.
Let me take over with the laundry. You go power down. Go into sleep mode.
Cliff
Kind
knocks
of
into a few
dubious.
things, eyes off. Like,
Oh yeah, I forgot my eyes were off.
Oh no.
Yes, Glyph will go and try to rest. I don't know if Glyph's ever taken a nap before.
We'll find out.
yeah, I guess it's the first time. So
Executing.
Executing
Nap
nap
protocol.
profile.
Yeah.
we go back to our two at the tavern. Tell me, each of you, what crazy ass situation are you in?
So for some reason, Kratok thought that the Fae folk would like Irish drinking songs. So he's been going
They
through all
do.
the classics.
Yeah.
And when we cut back, he's on the Wild Rover. So he's saying, "Oh, I've been the Wild Rover for many's the year, and I spent all me money on whiskey and beer."
So they're joining in. They know the words. These timeless beings, as like Kratok, you're in such a bright, cheery, happy mood. You're like, wings are over these two other fae, and like some of them have like spiders coming out of their mouth that they're singing, that are crawling, and they go into the back of their head. But to you, it's like whatever. Like this is good times. What's happening to TK?
TK is doing that knife game, where you stab it around your fingers. What is it called? Why am I totally brain farting on that?
Isn't it just like roulette or something?
Something. I don't know. I don't think it's roulette.
On the Feywild, they call it knife hand game.
Yeah, there we go. So yeah, she's playing that with the ant, and like halfway through, she just like drives the knife right through the middle of her hand. Just like lifts it up. It's like, wow, that hurts a
so
lot.
So you stab through your hand. You're looking at it. This knife is through the other side of your hand. The treant is laughing, looking down at you. As it's
TK is cracking up too. Like, it still hurts, but you know, it's a good hurt.
and the treant is stabbing down, and they have like 12 fingers. It's like it's just stabbing amongst all of them with just this rapid speed and precision. It's carving into the table, much to a few other faces dismayed. Like, we just made this table. And it's like carving into them, laughing. And TK,
really fast for a tree. Wow.
TK, you have this knife through your hand, and this fae. They walk up, and they look like a wood nymph, but they've been charred. And you see like a portion of them is like charred wood, but the rest of them is normal. They come up and they grab onto the knife and they just delicately take it out of your hand. Your hand is still 100% bleeding, and they kind of place
friend.
They place a hand over yours, and you feel it. It's warming up, and it's at least not bleeding at the moment. They look down at you. Oh, hello, little goblin.
Hi, little tree friend.
I noticed there are two when there should just be one. Are you okay?
I think you drank more than I have.
I have indeed. Please have a seat with me.
All right, yeah, that sounds great.
Do you ever feel like someone is riding in the back seat of your mind?
Kinda, I guess. It's felt like I got a bunch of body parts floating around back there.
I think you do. They take out this small hand mirror, and you're looking at it, and smiling back at you is this purple-skinned goblin. No scars. She's just looking right back at you. I think this is stuck somewhere.
Wow. That was gorgeous.
This was you?
I think. Pretty sure. Maybe. It's really confusing because it's all just scattershot brain memories floating in a void.
The old one is cruel, aren't they?
I don't know what that means.
I understand. Would you like this face again? It'd still be you, but do you want this face?
No, I feel pretty bad if I broke it.
Oh, it would be yours. You wouldn't have to worry. I could just take away the pesky, painful bits, and you'll just have the good times.
Hey, honestly, right now, I'm feeling really good. Like, nothing feels painful to me.
It will. Like, there's a few things that'll hurt in the morning. But
yeah, but that's for morning me to worry about. Maybe get back with me in the morning. Right now, I'm solid. I'm great. I feel like I can do anything. The universe is my oyster, and I am the oyster-eating queen of the universe.
they look down at your drink. These little golden orbs are floating underneath the liquid. I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll see if we can fix the the sloppy work of the old one.
TK sticks out her hand, just like, absolutely, Fred. That sounds like a plan.
They shake your hand. They give you a little piece of paper. It looks like an address. You're not sure. You shove it in a pocket. I'll see you tomorrow, TK.
Oh, wow. You know my name without me even telling you. That's amazing.
You're honored guests. Everyone knows who you are.
This feels good. Everyone here is so cool and nice.
Kratok, you are finishing up singing. You're surprised. You're like, I went through all of the songs and everyone knew them, which is great. Probably haven't experienced this since Plumeria, where everyone just loves singing. Everyone loves partaking in this. And you're in such a good, happy state that you just you got a little taste of home, and it was nice. There's a number of Fae that are sitting around you. They've really taken a liking to you.
Kratok kind of salutes everyone and says, thanks for the good time, everyone. If it permits, I'll be back tomorrow, but I can't guarantee it. And he sort of heads over to TK to see what's up.
As you're getting up, this one Fae, they're really hunched over. Their arms are thin, brittle, this purplish skin that's just covering them. There's warts on their face, a long hooked nose, these yellowish white eyes looking up at you.
Oh, dear boy, dear boy. Hold on just a minute. You have such a beautiful singing voice.
Well, thank you.
Are you from Plumeria?
Yes, I am actually. Have you been?
Oh, I love Plumeria. So much talent. So many wonderful people. I feel like you're more talented than many there. Why are you not the divine voice?
The competition hasn't been held for a little while, and I'm only kind of just coming into my own now. I wouldn't even expect to win the next one.
It's soon. The competition is soon. Time is irrelevant. Do not worry. You should win. Do you want to win?
Well, of course, yeah. Everyone wants to win.
I can help you win. I can give you your real potential, a potential that's been stolen away from horrid dreams and nightmares.
I don't really follow. Like, you stole this from other people's dreams and nightmares?
Oh, no. The voice is in you, Kratok. But your bird song is trapping it. It's a cage around your beautiful voice. I can take this burden from you, the bird song. You'll have your voice. You will be the divine voice before you know it. Be free from your cage.
Kratok looks all around at his body, really confused.
Hey, Liam to Kratok is just like, wow, this sounds like a really good deal.
Why do you think I have the bird song?
I can see it. It floats around you. Painful.
And they wave a hand, and you watch as these red bars kind of form all around you like a bird cage. And you look at these bars, like just these thin pieces of metal, and they're these glowing red, and in them you see parts of your nightmares that you're constantly living through every night.
Look at this. It traps you.
Who are you exactly?
Why, I wish I was given a name before this.
I'm gonna call you Ted.
You think it would be Ted, but I'm known as Hagatha. Very popular.
Okay, so just so we get the terms of this straight, you're going to unlock hidden potential for me.
Yes.
And I have to give you what exactly?
I'll remove the bird song from you. I'll take this away.
Yeah, but like, how would that benefit you?
Oh, I have much use for many strange oddities. I can research this. I can help other people that are in your painful situation. I could maybe even help your siblings.
How do you know about them?
Oh, Kratok, your voice, it travels through the lands. You're a traveling minstrel. How can the Fae not know of such a spectacular person?
Because
You're
I never sing about my siblings.
Oh, no, but you traveled the land to save them. You spoke to a demigod of creation. You worked hard, and it was taken away from you.
Really cool, Kratok.
Honestly, TK, I feel like this person knows so much about me that even if I say no, they're just going to do what they're going to do anyways.
I would never.
Amazing how much everybody knows about us here.
I know, we're like living legends here. This is kind of amazing. You know what? Since we got to come back tomorrow morning anyways, I'll come back here, TK, and you know, maybe we'll strike up the deal then. How's that sound?
That sounds wonderful.
Deals are so fun.
They are wonderful.
They're good. Everything is good.
And Kratok kind of
Glad that I'm here.
Kratok clinks his tankard against whatever TK is drinking from, and also this person, if they have anything.
They definitely have a tankard of that red liquid.
There is so much blood here.
We have a lot.
What does it taste like for you? I can't imagine it's
Irony.
that great.
It's very iron-filled. Get my vitamins. I need my vitamins.
You need them vitamins. That's what I was telling Glam.
Yes. It's important. Just like those unicorn souls.
Kratok sort of talks out of the side of his mouth at TK and says, "It kind of figures they'd like irony around here."
There's a Fae with a drum set.
Such a great joke. Wow, Kratok, you are so good at everything.
I thought that, that's what I think of you, TK. Like, all your bravery, and you just like stand up to these people all the time, and you just give no shits about anything, but just do great stuff and lead the party.
You are so nice. I have no criticisms at all.
Doc just drinks another swig from his tankard.
So a few hours later, the two of you come marching through. You are led by a little pixie to where you're staying. And it is a moment of terror for the three of you as you see just these. They're so happy. Why are they this happy? What happened? And they just march through there, just complimenting each other.
As Kratok walks through the door, he does like the whole like Ric Flair like woo thing.
Gotta kick open the door.
Such a well-made door. I'm astonished. Look at this woodwork. Look at it. Kratok, look at it.
It is an
so
exquisite
good.
door.
It's
I do
so
agree.
good.
Have you three seen this door? This is an amazing door.
Look at this door.
The three of you are sitting up from like you were just woken up by the woo.
Oh, Weary's just finishing up, so not quite done, but about to go to sleep.
And so you are all subject to these wonderful questions.
Hey, you all okay?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I be? Everything is great and good and wonderful. Have you seen Kratok speak?
Yeah, never been better.
Yeah. Did you by chance keep some of those emotion drugs from our vampire pal?
Yeah, I've got a couple. Do you want some?
No, I'm good. I should probably sleep considering I haven't in a long time, and I'm pretty sure I lost most of my blood, but I'm almost done, so can't stop science when it's happening. What
is a good thing? And science is so fun.
You hate science. You were trapped in a lab.
You know, I've been reconsidering my tube life.
I don't believe you.
You know, say what you will about it, but I came from it and I'm good. So therefore, it must be good. And everything is good and you are good. Come here.
Can I make
Bring it in, buddy.
Oh,
Bring it in. TK's spreading her arms real wide.
Weary just tenses their entire body. It's just like full. It's like hugging a plank of wood.
There you go. Work out all the muscles.
Yep, that's the muscles. Definitely not
Full
the fear.
body contraction.
Yep, that's what's happening right now. Yes, I'm very happy. Yep. Yay.
So I want to say that Kratok was so elated that he just walked right out with his tankard. Would there be any of the drink left in there, or is it like totally gone?
Yeah, you got some left. Not a lot, but like a bit. There's still like 2 or 3 little orbs bouncing around underneath a little bit of liquid.
So he sets it down beside where he was working. He said, "Weary, this is a really good one. You're going to want to figure out how to remake this and try it for yourself."
What is it?
Yes. Make more of this. It is good.
Is this the? I guess the Lucas question. Is this the unicorn soul?
Yeah.
What kind of check would I make to test for unicorn soul? I guess.
I don't think you would. It's just you were looking
Is it
at
labeled?
it. And, no, because it was just like a drink that he took with him.
Yeah, I'm not touching that. Yeah, you know what? Why don't we test it tomorrow? In a way that doesn't involve me drinking it.
Yeah, that sounds great, Weary.
Oh, you're surprisingly amenable to that. I thought that like part of the whole situation was you were going to try to get me to drink the drink. There was some sort of like brain
No, I'd never force you to drink this. Freaking
on with you two.
There we go. You unfroze.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were frozen. You might
You
not
were
repeat what
frozen.
you said.
Oh no. What is going on with you two?
It seems
What do you
like they have
mean?
spent several hours drinking mystery liquids.
Oh yeah, you know what? That they do have that mystery liquid look about them.
Wow. You are so tall and shiny.
I am.
And when the sparks like buzz off Glyph, it's just like rainbow sparks. It's just wonderful.
Works. You're beautiful.
I can only imagine the hangover to this. That's in fiction. That song. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's happening. for
Yeah,
real.
that's part of Lock Real
Yeah.
Oh no.
And everything that comes along with it, Lucas.
You know, I always said I have a thing that like there are no angels and demons in this world. They exist, they're just not here. But you know what? I might make an exception.
Oh my god.
Demonic James Blunt.
Ian's frozen again.
Oh no.
You both must be very inebriated.
I
Yep.
think you guys need to
I
take a
don't feel
nap.
drunk at all. Honestly, like I just feel good. I'm great.
Well, you've gotten Bubbles all riled up.
Bubbles is stoked. Bubbles is like
Bubbles!
jumping.
The best dog.
And Bubbles heartily agrees that they are the best dog. And you're like rubbing their belly, playing with them, they're licking you.
Dog.
You know, one thing I wish they included on like D&D character sheets is pets.
Yeah, that would be nice. Instead, it's just like DM. Remember, there are these pets. You know, like
We have 18
right.
animals that we've kind of just adopted.
Yeah, it's our little.
Menagerie.
We'll just have to
Sorry,
fill in
Ian.
his half sentences.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I think it might be
Weary
my-
keeps like zoning out. They're so tired.
I think my VPN.
Oh, the VPN took
no.
over. It's controlling
No.
Skynet.
No.
That's what happens when you try to leave Florida.
Yeah.
Florida.
I like Weary's weird behavior. It's good. Everything here is Awesome.
We'll say that Weary is nodding off constantly, like mid-conversation, then Weary starts passing out, then snaps back to it, and then starts passing out again.
TK and Kratok, did you guys did you eat anything?
You drank some blood.
No, like real food.
I mean, drinks are real food.
No.
Yeah, like it's got like carbs in it, I think.
You know how many calories we consumed? We're good to go for like 3 days.
No.
Glyph gets up, and while y'all are just caterwauling around the room, Glyph's gonna get y'all 2 plates of food from the food that the ambassador brought us.
So all the food here is it's all vegetarian that you're dealing with. So a lot of like vegetables and everything like that. There is like bread and stuff, but there's no meat that you can see at all. There are like, you know, a few bowls of like nuts and stuff and berries.
But it's
Mushrooms.
That it's kind of that thing where you need to get your drunk friends to eat something. They're like, "No, I'm fine." And you're like, "No, you're
Not fine.
You give them a pile of French fries and just go eat.
You
Yes.
set it down in front of them and they don't even know they're doing it. They're just eating while they're still talking.
Wow. That tastes good. It smells good too. And it looks great. Thank you, Glyph. You are good.
Thank you, and you are welcome."
And I'm gonna kind of just be like, "Hey TK and Kratok, you want like a little face mask to really make your skin look amazing and like make you feel great?"
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And I'm gonna give you guys like some of my mud. It's a mud mask, and it's so cool. You're gonna feel so refreshed after that. And I'll just kind of like Lion King streak it across y'all's foreheads and like your T zones. And that's gonna heal y'all for 10 HP.
I feel almost completely better.
And I'll take the same thing and like do it on mine because I realize I look kind of rough. And so
Yeah,
This is good for oily skin because I've got slightly oily skin.
it's awesome for all types. You'll be great.
Sorry.
Weary snaps awake.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Am I done with it? Like, is it
Where
completed?
you sleep like a champion.
Hmm? Oh, no, it happened again.
No, we can hear you. Nope, now we
Oh,
can't.
now
Nope.
it happened again.
No, Weird fell asleep again. So
I'll sleep.
you all
Is that
are
a champion?
you're all passing out, and just like Weary's first to go, and all of you follow quickly after. Kratok and TK, you eat a fair amount before you just like sleep starts taking over. You manage to crawl into bed. TK, you're like snuggled up with Bubbles, and Kratok, you make your nest in the in the bed. So the sun starts to rise as you're all just kind of waking up. There is it looks fairly nice out. Oh. So the cameras are messed up a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry.
Uh-oh.
We're just going to hope that Weary is going to show up again. Oh, there we go. Do that. And we're back. Awesome.
There we go.
So you're all just kind of like waking up, and much to your surprise, TK and Kratok, there is no hangover for consuming a creature's soul.
TK's not surprised. She didn't feel drunk. She just felt good.
Yeah. So you wake up and feels nice.
Didn't even need any water, and I feel great this morning. What the heck happened?
Feel like I could kill a giant.
I feel like we could kill a bunch of giants.
Yeah, let's kill like 5 giants today.
Remember when the giants almost killed us multiple times? I just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
That's the past, Weary. Today is the present.
Hell yeah.
Okay. I let Alora know about this, but my nightmare limb shield that I bought off of ST3v3 accidentally let something out into the woods. So if we run into that, my bad.
I will kill that too.
Yeah, that's exactly the vibe. It looked like a bad time, like one of those like outer world creatures that we've been facing from the cult. So definitely same vibe. We just gotta take a little rope and just
These woods are already full of horrible things. One more probably won't hurt for now.
Don't say that. Please don't say that.
Most important part is that we're armed with the knowledge that it exists.
Oh. Yeah, we all know it exists now. Let's I have juice that makes me immortal now. I just need to work out the kinks.
So there is a whole Fey village here. A lot of different amenities, and you all feel a lot better. Alora, if anything, you've never felt this good. You feel fantastic. Your anxiety is at like a 2. It's not gone, but it's at a 2. So, wow. And you're feeling great. Glyph, you notice that you've been patched up as well. And you don't remember patching yourself up. You know you have automated things, but this isn't from the automated process.
I am much prepared. Can I, because I wanted to do this before we went to sleep, can I talk to Update real quick?
Yeah, for you it's like a blip, right? So.
Okay, yes. Yeah, but basically after last night and our nice Airbnb and everyone doing mud masks, it gave me an idea. And I imagine like Update is there still in chains, and then the chains basically expand and become like a box, and then the box becomes a room, and it looks like a spa. Like it looks like it's all sea glass and marble, and it's very pretty. But it's all also steampunky, so like all the pipes are gold and like shooting little bits of steam. And there's big bay windows, and all of the windows have like a different sunset or sunrise, and it's very pretty. And I want to put Update in this, and I need to speak to them.
So Update is looking around, a little confused, as they're looking back and forth. This new room, they see there's the Sudoku problem, and they immediately trash it. You just see like they destroy the Sudoku problem. And yeah, we lost Ian, but hopefully Ian will return. But you are there with Update as Update turns towards you.
Ah, you've returned.
Yes, Update. I believe I have been less than hospitable to you, and I want to apologize for that. I didn't mean to leave you sitting in the dark. I was technically dead for about a month, so I apologize for that. So, in the meantime, I'm not sure if you remember, but once we had to pick up Lady Bernadette from this spa, and she always talked about how nice it was. So I thought you could stay here, and this could help you. Because as you said, you have access to my memories, but you didn't experience them. So you were never really me. So if I'm going to help you, if I'm going to work to get you a body, I think you need to learn how to experience life. So here we have some sunrises and sunsets. We have dolphins. And it's the same like animation of the dolphins jumping over and over again. You have some literature. It is only fashion magazines and genealogy and quarterly reports. Unfortunately, I've never read a book. I will work on that. And I have created a widget here. And you look, and it looks like Kratok, but it's like low poly Kratok. And he's got his lute out. And he looks happy. With this, I've placed all of my memories of music here. So you can enjoy some music. It is all the songs that Kratok has sung, along with all of the arias and concerts that I've heard. Unfortunately, I did only hear those from the hallway, so I can't speak for the quality. But look, and
I don't understand. Why
And
are
I just-
you giving me all this after locking me away? You don't trust me. What do you benefit from this illusion?
update. We don't have to be enemies. We were both wronged by Lady Bywood. Neither one of us wanted to do what we were doing. Again, you are roughly 3 months old and have no experience other than sitting in the back of my head. And that's not your fault. So, if we're both going to be here, you might as well be comfortable.
I have no access to audio or video that you are experiencing. Where are we? Something feels off.
We are in the Warped Woods. It is a strange and magical place.
No. No, we're not in Lochrailta.
Yes, we are. Here. And I'll gesture to one of the big fountains, and I'll make it so they can see what I can see.
Let's see if they know.
And I'm on the like balcony of the Airbnb right now.
You're elsewhere. You're in Fairy. We shouldn't be here. The Nostradamus Corporation hates the Feywilds.
Well, lucky for us, they don't get to tell us what to do.
You see, Update looks visibly uncomfortable as they're glancing around at this fountain and looking at everything through it. And you're because you can pick up and read all of Update's information that's passing through them, and it's making you uncomfortable as a result. It's like kind of like secondhand embarrassment almost. Like you're getting this just uncomfortable wave move through you.
They can't learn. They can't learn that we're Nostradamus tech. They'll use you. They'll use us.
No, Update. No one gets to do that anymore. And I hope you learn to understand that.
I need time. I will read these quarterly reports. But beware Fae bearing gifts.
And Update just kind of sits down in one of the chairs and just takes one of the reports and opens it up.
All right.
And
I'll
so,
leave them to it.
yeah, you come to, and it's maybe been like 5 seconds or so, and you see everyone else is getting ready. They're all like putting some gear on, like checking over their stuff. Glyph had cleaned pretty much everyone's clothes. Kratok and TK, your clothes have actually been cleaned as well, although Glyph, you didn't do that. They were out all night. And it looks like all the dishes you used, the food that was out, everything's all cleaned up.
Glyph doesn't. I don't like that. Something has cleaned up after us and also repaired me. Is that some form of magic?
Alora and Kratok, you both can roll nature.
That's a 16.
22.
You both know probably brownies came in here while you were all asleep, and they just fixed everything up and just like cleaned up the place.
Well, I think some brownies came in to do some work, some top tier service, I would say.
Brownies. What are brownies?
Go for some brownies.
They're like tiny little fairy folk. They come in many different shapes and sizes, but often they're diminutive, and they live among other mortals' homes. They'll take and use things that mortals will maybe lose under the bed or forget about, but often in an exchange for things like maybe food or maybe protection or anything like that. They like to keep a house safe and together. And if the house is clean and the people are healthy, then the house will stay and the house will remain with humans inside them. So it's kind of almost like a coexistence.
Talk just says all of that exactly.
Word for word.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Well, they're not like malicious or anything. I mean, you just
I
gotta.
feel well rested. My clothes are clean and not covered in blood for once.
For now.
I'm ready to fuck up this giant. So
Yeah, I mean,
fuck up this giant.
I mean, we don't have to kill him. We just gotta take the stuff.
We have to retrieve the draught of life from the giant chieftain.
Mm-hmm.
There could be a way to do it stealthily if we can find their location. But it probably will resort to violence.
But if we can achieve it without violence, it's very, very much something we should aim for. It would just save us a lot of trouble.
We also have to get
a bonus if we kill the chief.
Well, we need to get the bones of the Fey Queen's beloved. Remember?
Right.
So we technically have 2 quests that we've got to do.
Always busy. All of us, I guess.
If you get the dewdrop,
are giants nocturnal? Or are they like?
No, they much like humans. They can be awake either in the day or the night. It's up to them.
We will need information. The queen should know their numbers and their location. With that, we can make a plan.
I say the easiest thing is to wait until he goes to sleep. And then just take it and run.
There's the possibility that time doesn't work the same here. Just because when we were in that house, it felt like we were in there for a long time. And then it felt like not very long at all afterwards.
True.
Just something to keep in mind.
I think that we should just walk in through the front door and say, hey, I challenge you to a death match.
Oh yeah, because that never goes wrong.
If it's all of us against the giant, that'd be pretty. We could probably hand.
That
Weary
could
thinks-
be
Gonna be
my thing.
so many more.
Weary thinks back to the last death match they had with somebody who was super powerful, i.e., the metal mask guy. It's like, actually, maybe if we all fight something, we don't always win.
Well,
It just
then
sounds like
he's-
something I can make a good song about.
Glyph puts on the dark blade. We do have a blade of power, but it is horrible to use.
Well, yeah, and then you're kind of the only one that can use it.
I can use it with my brain.
I'd rather you not.
I think who all swung it? I know Kratok swung it.
I think just me and Kratok.
So you
Weary
definitely
swung it.
know that the two of you have used it before. But
PK
Weary
has technically used it.
Weary
hasn't
was
used it.
informed that all five were bonded to
Mhm.
the dark blade.
Oh, if I could turn the dark blade into a gun, that'd be a lot more palatable.
Sword gun.
Yeah.
Dark gun.
Oh God, don't be excited
Hell
about
yeah.
it. You're
Yeah, let's do
ruining
that.
it. Stop
Gun
being
blade.
excited. You're ruining it.
Just keep in mind that if we go in dark blades ablazing, there are going to be several other, well, many, I guess, other giants that we'll have to contend to. And-
What I'm suggesting is we go in and we challenge the chieftain's honor.
Why? Why?
Because then we take control of the entire clan and then we can just take whatever we want and bounce.
That would help with the cult if we could take control of an entire nightmare giant clan.
The goal to get them to leave the forest.
And if they
Yeah.
leave with us as an army, that's generally an okay. We've hit all of the notes, it sounds like.
Yeah, we can just tell them to go elsewhere. We could tell them to go piss on Bywood land.
That would be very amusing.
Why don't we just take the giants and put them over there?
Oh,
I think stealth should be our first option, then possibly diplomacy, then possibly a death fight,
Oh.
and then Darkblade will be our last resort.
I would be inclined to agree.
That
Need to go back
shit.
and figure out
That's
where
a
that-
shit plan. I say we do what TK was saying.
Alora takes off her headscarf and just wraps it around his mouth.
Darn.
What do we know about giants and honor?
You know very little. Giants do exist in the world, but they are rare as all hell. Even in a metropolis, there might be one or two. And they often keep themselves secluded somewhat. Some of them choose to stay in a city, but most of them choose to stay secluded. When they came to this world, one of the changes that happened to them, one of the evolution was they lost the ability to age. So there wasn't a lot of giants that bothered having children. A lot of these giants have been here since a lot of the kingdoms have been established.
Well, I would say, as much as I usually like TK's plans, we don't really know what kind of honor system the giants here have. And at the end of the day, they kind of stuck up on us first.
Hmm.
But they did tell us that they were going to eat us before they tried to eat us.
I mean, yeah, but so did the Fae.
Yeah.
People like to play with their food.
Yeah, it's a little off-putting now that I think about how many people we've run into that are like, yes, we will murder you, and then proceed to try to do it.
All right.
At
We'll
least they let
ask
you know.
questions. We'll scout it out. And then we can challenge them to a death match.
Yeah, you know what? I like the deathmatch being the last part of that plan because it gives us time to improvise if we need to.
Let's treat this like a trial. This will be the discovery phase.
You are talking about this plan, and A scratch happens along the window.
That's a bad sound.
Boy, are you ready to be free?
You turn around and you see there's this face. It's covered in these warts and welts. They have this long purple finger. This bloody nail is dragging, leaving small trails of blood on the window. These rags are all over them, and they are also stained freshly in blood. You see a necklace is around their neck, tiny fingers that are all tied to a string. These yellowish white eyes are looking directly at you, Kritok, and they drag their finger down along the glass.
Boy, are you ready?
And
Hey,
that's,
Kritok, it's Ted Hagatha.
and that's where we'll call it.
Really just.
Edgatha?
Hegatha.
Tegatha.
No, it's not Tegatha.
Theodore, actually.
It is pronounced Theodore.
Tegatha.
Sorry, I had something in my throat this whole night. Goodness. Well, did you all have fun today hanging out in the Feywilds?
Yes.
Yeah, the deals are really cool. I'm really mad at my internet today. And I'm going to have some fine words with my router.
We took so many gifts.
You accepted a lot of gifts and some potential for gifts. So, I mean, it's just a win.
I don't consider them gifts. They were free stuff. There's a difference.
Samples.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're samples.
there's no weight to samples. That's why I can walk through Costco and eat all of the samples twice, and I'm not a bad person.
That's basically dinner.
Yeah. It's been nice just having a few relaxing episodes where I'm not totally trying to kill you. It's just like I'm just trying to take parts of you, your characters.
Hey, you should maybe do that more often because I'm tired of dying.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. we got things to do.
I have a fun question that might be on everybody's mind. Level ups. What's going on there? You know, it's been a while.
What's up with those?
I know.
Level
We probably have to like fight the giant or something, and then we'll level up.
Yeah.
We had to go through a bloody house.
You
Yeah,
went
that house
through memory lane. You went. You hung out in the tent city. You had a vacation. You went through a house. You were chased by giants. I don't know.
Level up. Come on,
We
Chad,
went on
help.
vacation.
Yeah, Chad.
That's the
Did
important
go on a
one.
vacation.
Yeah, a vacation really like it's an XP boost if you think about
I
it.
feel like the vacation was my gift to you.
No, we got a rested XP bonus, okay?
All right. Well, yeah, you can level up.
all this really means
Yay.
is Lucas is going to be like, and the giant is worse now.
That's
Yeah,
what I was
literally,
thinking.
guys.
Yeah.
So I
Thanks,
could
guys.
do more.
I
Yeah, that
don't
should be
We're
all right.
giants.
Heck
Oh,
yeah.
are we actually level 6? How funny. I
Yeah.
completely forgot about that.
We're going to be level 6 now. Thanks, chat and us. We did it.
We did it.
We did.
But let's go around the table and plug anything we have. Our players will level up and they'll have some exciting new abilities to talk about next session. But in the meantime, I have been your GM. You can find me. I run the Ballad of the 7 Dice Twitter. That's at Ballad7Dice. Head on over to our social medias. We got Facebook that I keep forgetting about because I don't like going on Facebook because every time I look at the news feed, I get sad. And then we got Twitter, where every time I look at the news feed, I get mad. And then we got Instagram, where every time I look at the news feed, I'm tempted to buy something because the promotional ads that they have targeted at me are way too good. So check out those social medias. We're often posting things that are going on, as well as art, all that kind of good stuff. We do have a Patreon. It is Pay What You Want. Right now, I am working on a series, an audio drama called Community Beauty, where it is following along with Dana, who is going into Enchantland as it's being turned into a horrific monster space, while they're still trying to do their podcast and talk to everyone about, bettering the community. But yeah, my recommendation for today is the Redacted Files. If you want to have a sort of like a test of like what's this system going to be like, or like how is this one going to play, check out the Redacted Files. They play all sorts of games. They got Delta Green, they got Tachyon Squadron, they got it all. So head on over, check out Redacted Files. There is a billion episodes. We lost Ian, so we're just gonna skip over Ian for now and go to Meg.
I was like, why? Where'd Ian go? Hi, my name is Meg. You can find me on Twitter at Narnia'sPants, where, the last couple of minutes has been me screaming about things Lucas has just said to me in the game. Like, your anxiety is not overwhelming. Now it's at like a 2. And I'm like, I could never. And just kind of going about the game, I routinely either screech about being an educator in Texas. I am currently talking about the weirdness that is being an adult and planning like a friend's miss and having to like make an invitation via Google Docs. It's weird. But it's helpful. I definitely recommend doing that. It's great. I think of like other things I need to boost or want to boost. Support our Patreon because that's how we get good goodies. Buy our merch. We have cool merch. And this shirt's really comfy. I'm excited I am not working right now because I actually got to wear this all day instead of for like 2 hours before I went to bed. So, being a music educator means I can't wear fun t-shirts like this. So it sucks. But yeah, just support us if you like us. Follow our stuff on the social medias. Follow our Patreon. Buy our stuff. I don't know why my caption says vegan music educator, but it did. And that's it for me.
Well, if you want to be a vegan music educator,
I basically am because of dietary restrictions, so that's another conversation later.
Ian, if you're okay to go.
Yeah, this stream is not brought to you by Spectrum Internet. Spectrum Internet is bad, but it's my only choice.
Thanks,
I'm gonna
capitalism.
scream. I just cut off.
Oh, we lost. Wait.
God damn it.
Oh, there we go. Thanks. This is Ian here. If you want to check out, I'm working on some fun stuff like Demigods of Seaside Valley, huh? Wow.
Why is he Mickey Mouse?
Wow. If you want to check out my stream that I have going on, Monday coming up, you could see everyone be chased into robot hell. Wow. Come on over for Nostradamus Core Gradient Descent, where you can watch me terrorize a number of players like Lucas.
Is this just because he's from Florida?
Oh, I forgot that.
Oh, shit.
That's how everyone in Florida sounds.
Head on over to our Discord where you can see the memes I post, like the one that I posted about Ian being from an Oblivion portal that opened leading to Florida. But Jess.
Yeah, I'm on social media. I'm on Twitter and Instagram. It's art_fantastical. It's all Rise Art right now. And me yelling about our show and other people's cool shows and cool stuff people are doing. I don't really have anything to promote. I hope everybody who's American has a chill holiday, I guess. I don't know. I'm not doing anything. So yeah. That's all. Peace.
Wait, is there a oh, right. Your Thanksgiving, right? Right. Okay. Throwing me off in Canada land. Eve.
Hello, you can find me over at Copper Harpy on the Twitter. That is Copper as in the middle, Harpy as in the bird monster. And yes, I'm going to go ahead and definitely recommend Audio Morphs. That's what I've been listening to for the past week. It's pretty solid. And then for one that hasn't been recommended 3 times over the course of 2 episodes, go listen to Neoscum because Neoscum good.
Neoscum good. Also, I'm on book 4, Audio Morphs. Great time.
That's where I'm at.
I
Nice.
just finished the Andalite Chronicles.
Nice.
Oh,
I'm gonna
thermals.
say mine before my internet tries to stab me again. Don't buy Spectrum unless it's the only choice you have, in which case fuck me, I guess. I'm gonna recommend Critical Bits because it was the third anniversary recently, and that's the show that by retweeting the casting call got me into this show. So they're really cool. It's anti-fascist superhero body horror. It's a really good time. Give them a listen. They are delightful.
I've been in it multiple times.
Yeah, Eva's in it, in it, as multiple named characters, 2 of which I fundamentally have a fear response to.
Don't worry, Ian. I dropped some sweet recommendations on your part in a very great voice.
This better not come back to haunt me.
Well, it depends if you're scared of Mickey Mouse. But Jason,
I live in Florida. It was good. It was really good.
Why?
You should watch the body in.
Yeah, but watch this afterwards.
Hey, I'm Jason_42 here and on Twitter. I also play Draxir Cardithian in the Ballad of the Chosen Few, which is the Ballad of the 7 Dice podcast. Yeah, what was I going to say? Oh, I've been on a podcast listening journey of the guests that have been on The Lost Tower of Ambrosia. Recently, I've been listening through a couple of characters with Alex and Quinn Schulte and guests. They're really good at explaining some of the character creation process and have some pretty interesting takes. So I recommend checking it out, especially if you're not the greatest at grading characters like I am. And I've also been reading through Roarcat Reads, which is a project started by Trish and Rachel, who were also on The Lost Tower. I checked out the sports ball section, so I thought that would appeal to me. It's basically like a fantasy football kind of thing going on, from what I can tell. I hope it's fantasy football, or I'm really lost. It's actually a really cool decorated piece on it, where it's just great. It's really hard to describe. You just kind of have to read it and see, but it's actually pretty great. It's a good, entertaining read. So I recommend checking out Roarcat Reads as well. And thanks for coming out, everyone.
Well, thank you all for joining us today. We can't wait to see you all next Tuesday for Rise. And remember, Monday is Nostradamus Corporation Gradient Descent. So can't wait to show you all some more weird horror. All right, until next time, everyone. Ta-ta.
Bye.